Hey guys, what is up? I'm gonna get to my normal intro in just a second, but before I do that, I want to give a giant thank you to Picmonic for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Sarah. I am a second semester nursing student and doing my med-surg class right now. And I'm taking you with me for a week of my life. So today is Monday, January 29th. It is the second week of classes. I'm getting ready for an exam. I have an exam this coming Monday. Not today, but a week from today. So I'm getting ready to go to lecture. I have lecture from 1:15 to 3:20. It's 12:30 right now, so I'm going to get ready to go. I just finished my readings in my ATI. For today's lecture, we're doing non-infectious respiratory conditions. So COPD, asthma, whatever. ABGs. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually a lot because it's ABGs. I taught myself ABGs, so I'm pretty confident in that. I taught myself the concept of it. I didn't teach myself like the signs and symptoms, but I feel like I can get it. So yeah, so I did that. Read about asthma, COPD, and ABGs in the ATI module. I attempted to read the respiratory assessment chapter in my textbook. No go. It was very dense. So what I did do though is I read like 60% of it, so I can finish the other, or 66%. I read 2/3 of it. I can finish the other 1/3 of it tonight. Oh yeah, and I was also supposed to read chapter 20. Oops, did not catch that at all. And I was also supposed to read like 6-ish pages from chapter 10. Didn't read that. So I have quite a bit of work to catch up on. As you can see, I'm a little bit behind, but it's okay. I am probably studying with one of my friends tonight. We'll see. After class, I will be probably hanging out at Starbucks, I think, to study. Well, we'll see. That's after lecture. I definitely do need to make coffee though before I leave. Like that is probably smart. I also need to get water. So I think I'm going to steal a water bottle from my parents' kitchen, make myself coffee, and go. But my outfit today is really cute. I want to show you. So I'm wearing orange bow to match my orange shirt, and then I'm wearing like a gray sweatsuit, and my apartment's really messy, so please ignore it. But yeah, also, if you saw my vlogs from last semester, you would have maybe seen that my clinical bag pretty much was my backpack, but that is not going to be the case this semester. I'm going to be using this as my clinical bag because we're not really going to be able to store our things in the hospital I'm going to be at for my med-surg rotation. And so I basically just packed my med-surg notes that I'll be keeping in my scrub pocket to replace the textbooks that I normally brought last semester. My stethoscope case, which somehow got dirty, I don't know how, and in it has my stethoscope, pen light, regular pen, caliper, watch, and then shears, only if you can see it through the mesh, but that's what that is. Shears, extra notepads, and then in here is some emergency stuff. I have some tissues, an extra battery for my pen light, some cough drops, and some, is this chlorhexidine? Yeah, I don't know why I put that in there, but I did. And then what else do I have? I have I have an extra scrunchie, stoggles because I wear glasses and I'm not sure if I'm going to need to wear a mask, but I'll just bring it just in case. Extra notepads. I brought 2 extra notepads of this kind just in case any of my classmates need one. I also brought 2 extra notepads of this kind just in case they need. I will be giving away this clipboard because I hate it. I have a pack of tissues for myself. What else is in here? An extra claw clip, a regular hair tie. I have my rosary, which should be in its pouch, but it's not. A tampon, extra pen, lip balm, and a hand sanitizer, which I'll probably just keep in the car. Most of the stuff I'm going to keep in the car. I will bring the contents of my stethoscope case in my scrub pockets, but not bring the actual case itself because I don't have anywhere to put it. And then my stoggles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff is going to stay in my car because I won't have a spot to put it. And I don't know how the lunch situation is going to work, but we'll see on Thursday. So anyways, I need to be quiet because I need to get going and not be late for class. So I will see you hopefully before class. Okay, let me just put this here. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me not, hold on. Is this gonna stay? Please stay. I just got back from lecture and it was definitely a productive lecture, don't get me wrong. My whole class is freaking out because we have one more lecture until our first exam. Oh, I'm so scared. So I need to finish my readings for today's lecture. I need to start my readings for Wednesday's lecture, do my labs, do like the stuff I need to prepare for Wednesday's lab, and then study for the test because Thursday is pretty much my last reliable day that I have to study for the test because I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out Friday and I'm very scared about it. So I'm very scared about that. And so it's my first test. I'm really freaking nervous. I'm literally, if I seem like I'm talking all over the place and my thoughts are jumbled, that's because they are, because I'm like scared. Like I'm really scared. I don't think I've had a very similar feeling and a very similar thought process of feeling unprepared and why I feel unprepared, but it's like exacerbated because I am actually unprepared. Like I actually haven't done the readings that I need to yet. So like, unlike fundamentals for last semester, I was prepared, you know. I mean, unlike fundamentals from last semester, I actually didn't do the readings yet. So I actually have something to be like genuinely worried about. And unlike fundamentals last semester, I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out 3 days before my first test. So I'm very scared. Thinking of running home really quick to at least get my Apple Pencil because it's missing and to get a coat because I didn't bring a coat and I don't know why I can go outside in January in New York with literally just what I'm wearing. I don't know what I was thinking. Hello guys, good morning. It is Tuesday, January 30th. Today's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I forgot where I left off. Oh, I think I was at Panera studying and then Sam came and then Kiara ended up coming and we were doing ABGs and I was so excited to actually know something and feel like I had a solid grip on something because I haven't felt that feeling since fundamentals and it was nice. So I was kind of showing them how I figure out what the problem is and then figuring out if it's partially or fully compensated or like uncompensated. And so it was fun and I felt good. That felt good. I mean, did I really get done what I needed to? No. But in some ways I needed that because I needed to socialize and have fun and laugh and feel good. While I was at Panera with Sam and Kiara last night, and we were studying, and she asked me about the study service that I used last semester in fundamentals to study for fluids and electrolytes with her, because I don't know if you remember this. For test number 3, it was fluids and electrolytes, and it was me, Sam, and Cole studying, and I think Hannah too was there. We were studying at the library the day before our test, and we literally could not remember anything and we were freaking out and I was like, oh wait, Picmonic. And so we studied that and then she remembered that happened and she asked me about Picmonic and I was like, oh yeah, here's my link, and she signed up and I appreciate that, Sam. Thank you very much. But that story brings us into a message from our wonderful sponsor for this video, which is Picmonic. So thank you to Picmonic for sponsoring this video. You've probably heard of Picmonic from your professors or your friends in nursing school or other people here on YouTube. But if you're living under a rock and you have not heard of Picmonic, Picmonic is an audiovisual learning system full of really funny and unforgettable characters and stories to help you remember everything you need to know in nursing school. When I say everything, I used it in fundamentals last year to study for fluids and electrolytes. I'm using it in med-surg this year to study for pharm because nothing is sticking. If you need help with retention, Picmonic has pharm, med-surg, psych, OB, all of your anatomy and physiology, and microbiome if you wanted to, you know, freshen up on your prereqs. They have cardiovascular, respiratory, integumentary, musculoskeletal, GI, GU, all the body systems that you'd want to know in nursing school. Like literally everything. I'm not even kidding. So it is really great and really efficient. And so if you want to kind of not take a shortcut, but maybe be a little bit more efficient in the amount of time you spend studying in nursing school, highly recommend Picmonic, because I don't know about you, but making index cards or trying to find the perfect Quizlet to study just isn't cutting it sometimes, and sometimes you just need a memory trick to help you remember things, and I think Picmonic is perfect for that. It is used by almost 2 million students all over the world, okay? And the best part, it is free to sign up. I know, you're like, why didn't I tell you this sooner? I'm sorry. If you do want to do a subscription though, I do have a link down below. You can click that and use Delightfully Sarah is the code for 20% off your subscription at checkout. So you're welcome. And thank you, super thank you to Picmonic for sponsoring this video. Hey y'all, it is Wednesday now. I am on my way to class, but I actually got myself together, like ready on time. So I'm stopping at Panera before school to get breakfast. I unfortunately kind of sort of pulled an all-nighter. Because, okay, so my plan yesterday, I don't even know what time it was that I talked to you, but my plan yesterday was to basically get all my work done, right? And I mean, like, that happened. It was just delayed because I was kind of like, I had like anxiety paralysis with all the work that I had to do. And so it was literally like 1 o'clock. Okay, so like basically what happened was I like woke up at like 5 a.m. and then Shane was just like, go back to bed. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went back to bed. I woke up at like 9, and then I think and then yesterday was my dad's birthday and I needed to make a card for him. So then I made a card until like 10:15 because that's when my therapy appointment was supposed to be. But then my therapist was like, my babysitter's in here, like I'm kind of stuck, can you postpone to 11:15? I'm like, sure, whatever. So I took a nap, and then she was like, actually JK, and I was like, oh. So then I just took a nap, and then I woke up at like 1. I know they're not beeping at me. I woke up at like 1, and then I was like, oh, well dang, I really got to get started on my work here. So we're just gonna turn, yeah, so then it was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna like watch videos until like 2 o'clock. And so I watched videos on YouTube, and then it was like 2 o'clock, and then I don't know what I did between 2 and 3. I think I tried to start work, but then I was like, oh, let me just do my work for ASU and just get it out of the way. And then I think internally I was like, I'm definitely gonna do that, but then like immediately got distracted. And so then I was like online for like another like hour, and I'm like, wow, now it's like 4 o'clock. And you see where this is going. So I ended up getting one assignment done before therapy. Therapy ended up being 5:15. And then after therapy, it was like 6 o'clock-ish. And then I had my sorority meeting at 7:30. So I was like, well, what can I really get done between 6 and 7:30? And so I started kind of work, but it just wasn't working. Like, it wasn't working. So then my sorority meeting ended at like 8. And I'm like, okay, great. So now I have like literally like 8 hours of work to do. and it's 8 o'clock at night. And if I start now, I'll finish at like 4 a.m., which is crazy. That's the situation with me. So today in lab, we're going over blood administration, like blood transfusions. Ooh, sorry, I saw a seagull. We're going over trach suctioning, and then we also did we did nasopharyngeal and oropharyngeal suctioning in fundamentals, but this time we're also doing endotracheal suctioning as well. So like suctioning through a trach and then also suctioning like through a trach, but that starts in the mouth. I was a little out of it when I was doing my readings for lab, so I'm like, I feel like I could kind of get it, you know, like, but I'm not all the way there right now, and so that's a little scary. And normally I do the textbook because we use Course Point Plus, so normally I'll do like my textbook readings before lecture, but I literally only did my ATI review. Like, I know the bare basics, if that. But I survived. I survived today. I didn't think I was going to, but I did. I have my first real med-surg clinical tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. Stay tuned for that. I'll let you know how everything goes. I'm done with class. That was craziness. I'll tell you more about it when I get in the car. Okay, guys. Hi. So I'm back from lecture and lab. That was wild. So I was in lab and from 8 a.m. to noon, pretty much 12:15. I was like, oh, this is light work. I got this. And then I go to do my lab practice and kind of realize I'm a little bit scared because I don't really know what I'm doing. And then never actually got to practice the skill because the other students were using the pumps. So I'm just like, what am I doing here? I could have eaten lunch, but it's fine. It's now 3:30 and I've not eaten anything since my half of a cinnamon bagel from Panera this morning. That was at like 7:30, so I'm very hungry and a little bit cranky. I see Alicia. So that's literally crazy. And then we do lab. I'm like, lab's going good. We're talking about it. Most of the lab we talked about blood transfusions. We just had some questions about like what to do during reaction, whatever. Got it sorted out. Went to do trach care and trach suctioning. It's pretty much straightforward. Asked some questions about clinical for tomorrow because asked some questions about clinical for tomorrow because we had the same clinical instructor and lab instructor, so we were able to just ask her, be like, hey, where are we going? Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Do my lab practice. A little bit anxious from lab practice, but it's whatever. Go to lecture, and I'm just like, okay, let's get it. I have 2 hours, 5 minutes. I got this, no problem in the bag. And when I tell you I was fighting for my life trying to stay awake in lecture today, oh my gosh. I was literally closing my eyes, and I felt so bad for my instructor because she probably thought that she was boring me to death. Like, I wasn't bored. I was just really freaking tired. Like, literally, I was like writing notes with my eyes closed like this. I was like writing, like, that's how tired I was. And, oh, it was really freaking funny. So, you know how Picmonics sponsored this video? So I thought this was really funny because my lecture instructor was like, has anyone heard of Picmonic? And then my aunt shot up. I'm like, they're sponsoring me. And I was like, use code Lightly Sour for 30% off. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so funny. I heard Sam laughing, and it's just like, oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. I had to tell you that. Like, as soon as it happened, I thought of you guys, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell them that happened because it's so funny. To me, that's absolutely hilarious. So this was our last lecture before the test. Test is on Monday. You already know the story with how anxious I am about that test. You already know the story. I'm not even going to get into it. So for clinical, we're pretty much just running around the hospital all day from 8 to 3. We have like a half-hour break around noon, and then from like 5-ish to 6-ish we have post-conference, which is basically just going over the day, what we did, what we could have done better, how we felt, all that stuff. So that's my first clinical day at this new hospital that I'm at. So that's fun. On the agenda for today, I have a little treat for myself because I made it through my all-nighter. I made it through. I was really struggling mentally last night because I was like really anxious and really overwhelmed, but I made it through, kind of. I made it through round 1 of what was making my life hell this week, and that's having lab and lecture on the same day. I will never do that again. I will never, ever do that again. If literally I had like lab on Tuesday instead of today, I would be completely fine. I wouldn't have had to do an all-nighter, but it's because I have literally a non-stop day from 8 a.m. to 3:30. Like craziness. So I'm never doing that again. Lesson learned. It's not the 8 a.m.s that are getting me. It's having the 2 on the same day. But for getting myself through, I have to treat myself a little bit, and so we're going to Sweet Green. If you don't know what Sweet Green is, I guess maybe it's a New York thing, living near a metropolitan area. Sweet Green is like Chipotle, but it's salad. And I know that sounds so like, okay, why should I care? It's so freaking good. Oh my God. Don't even get me started. I was telling everyone at work like last week, the Italian chopped at Sweet Green. So good. So good. It has like kale. I think it's romaine. I could be wrong. It's mainly kale though. Kale, chickpeas, spicy banana peppers, tomato, cucumber. I get herb roasted chicken in it, shaved Parmesan. What else? There's other things in there, but, and the dressing, it's just it's so good. You have to experience it for yourself. So I'm going to Sweet Green right now. It's like 45 minutes away from school, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna get lunch. It's big enough to be like 2 meals. So I'm getting myself lunch and dinner. I'm having Sweet Green today, and I'm having Sweet Green tomorrow, because that'll be my lunch for clinical. Because the wonderful thing about living in New York and it being winter is it's car refrigerator season. Like you can literally just leave food in your car and it'll be fine. It's basically like a refrigerator outside. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm very excited about it. Just give myself a little treat, you know? I might even go to Tropical Smoothie or something, like, I don't know. But I'm gonna get going because rush hour traffic's gonna literally be a train wreck. So we're gonna go, we're gonna have a blast. Should I even go to Trader Joe's? I don't know. Like maybe after my first test I'll go to Trader Joe's, because I have not been in so long and I really need to go. So anyways, I will go, and I will see y'all later. I made it to Sweet Green. So Sweet Green is actually attached to a mall, and it's by my old high school, so I got to drive by my high school. So at malls, as you probably know, there are Sephora's, and at Sephora's, hopefully there will be the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm that I've been absolutely obsessed with lately. I literally don't go anywhere without it, and I haven't put it on all day, as you can see. But I need one desperately. I need another one, because literally I have the grapefruit one, and I kid you not, I think it's only been a month. I use this thing every day. Every freaking day. The grapefruit one is really good. I recommend it. I have the berry in the sleep mask, and I have vanilla in the sleep mask. I prefer vanilla over berry, because berries, it's not like very strong, and I wish it was like a little bit stronger. The grapefruit, it just smells really nice. It's refreshing, feels clean. The berry just, I don't know, just doesn't sit with me. And so someone told me to try the gummy bear one, the purple one, and they have it at this Sephora, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get that. And then I want to get Alicia for my clinical group a hand sanitizer. I can't talk. Specifically the eucalyptus spearmint one, the stress relief one. I think I'm going to get one for everyone, because everyone's really stressed out in my clinical group, so I just wanted to just bless them with that, see if they have that. We'll see, because clinical is tomorrow, and I can give it to them at clinical. This way it's not weird in front of everyone at lecture. It's just, you know, something really cute. I can give one to my clinical instructor too, if she wants. So yeah, Sweet Green, Sephora, Bath and Body Works. That is the agenda for this afternoon. And then gonna go home, gonna have my Sweet Green, gonna devour that ish, and then yeah, keep it rocking and rolling. Hopefully go to bed tonight. Well, I do have the Delta Sigma event tonight. It's pledge education. I have that, but it shouldn't take very long. Yeah, I don't think it'll take that long. So I have Delta Steak at 7:30 and it's like 4:15. So I have lots of time. So hopefully I figure out what I'm gonna do to study, because I'm hoping to do an all-nighter from Thursday into Friday. This way, at the very least, I'm gonna be tired anyway when I have my wisdom teeth surgery. I'm gonna be sedated, so it's like I might as well just pull an all-nighter, right? Is that how that works? Probably not. I should know. But, because this test is pre-op, post-op. That's my strategy. I'm just gonna see if I can do that. And then someone in my clinical group told me that wisdom teeth surgery isn't that bad and you should be pretty much back to normal by the next day. So hopefully that is true. And I have more time to study, because if I can study this whole weekend because I took off from work, that'll be amazing. And then I'll be in really good shape. So Sweet Green, Sephora, Bath and Body Works. I'm so excited. I haven't been to Sweet Green in far too long. It's only been like 3 weeks or something. It's been too long. I need my Sweet Green. Oh, I need to get the app. Okay, the app. I'm gonna join the rewards program, because I literally go there at least 2 or 3 times a month, and I live like an hour away. So I deserve my rewards. Hey guys. Okay, I'm back in the car from a little errands. So, I did purchase a little bit more than I thought I would, but that's okay. It's all right. If you're Shane watching this, I am so sorry. So, I first went to Bath and Body Works, and they were doing a 5 for $8, as in like 5 hand sanitizers for $8. So I got 10. So here I am at my little Bath and Body Works counter with my 10 hand sanitizers in my hand like this, and I looked crazy, but it's okay. So I got them all the spearmint eucalyptus for stress relief, which I thought would be really cool. And then I got one for my clinical instructor too. And then for myself, because I just got 2 basically, you know, for myself. Where is it? Oh, I got strawberry, kiwi, and beautiful day, because it's going to be springtime soon. Like, I know it's literally like January right now, but we're heading into February, which is basically spring in my brain. Like, I don't know why. I'm always ahead with the seasons. Like, I did this for fall and winter. Like, it was literally like August, end of July, and I was in fall mode, and I was literally, it was like October, and I was in winter holiday mode, and now I'm in spring mode, and it's literally winter. You know what I think happened? I think I matched the capitalist society that always is like, oh, you gotta start buying for the next season. And so my brain literally like switched seasons. Like, I'm craving spring things right now because I see spring things in the store. I think that's what happened. Went to Sephora, and last week I went to Kohl's, and I tried to go to the Sephora in Kohl's to get this lip balm, and I was unsuccessful. And that was why I bought the berry lip sleeping mask. Even though I already have a lip sleeping mask, I didn't need it, but like, I just got it because I felt bad leaving the store without buying anything. And so I got the lip balm and gummy bear. I should have probably checked to make sure it wasn't opened. It actually might have been. I should have checked. I mean, it looked fine. I picked the second one. Like, you never, when you're in Sephora, you never pick the first one. You always gotta like go back a little bit and pick that one, just in case, you know. OMG, I have the purple one now. It's gummy bear, and I'm really curious to, yeah, it wasn't used because there's nothing in there. And as soon as you press it, you'll see the, does that mean someone used mine? Maybe. Ooh, it's like a grape. I'm gonna eat this up. I'm gonna eat this up. So this is gonna be my clinical lip balm. Slash, I just keep this in my backpack. Always, I don't bring it in the house. It's always gonna stay in my backpack, so I always have it when I'm at school. And then this was more of an impulse buy. Hopefully I don't regret this. So I walked into the store and then I see the Sol de Janeiro, like the purple one, like the shea butter one. And I was like, ooh, it's $22. I was like, ooh, I should get that. And then I was like, no, it's an impulse buy. It's probably, you may not even like it. And then I go, and this is where they get me every single freaking time. I go to check out and I'm holding it. And then I see they have gift sets. And it came with the lotion thing in the tub and then a perfume and like a shower gel. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was only $30. And I was like, well, I was gonna spend $22 on just the lotion. I might as well get the set for $30. And so I got the yellow one because everyone likes the Boom Boom cream. So I figure, you know, I might as well just get that. And he gave me this cute little set. And I'm really curious to see what it smells like. I think I actually had this. I had a trial size of this years ago and didn't know what it was for because it says it looks like Bum Bum cream, and so I'm like, what the actual F is this? And I think it's just basically lotion. Ooh, that smells nice. Wow, very nice. People say it smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. I think this is the one they're talking about. It's or this one or the pink one. I know what that smells like. It does not. Maybe like a little bit. I can see where they're getting that from, but Baccarat Rouge is a very distinct smell and it is not this. If you want to smell, I mean, it smells good. You know, it definitely smells like a little bit summery, a little bit springy. I will for sure be using this spring, so I'm really excited about that. And it has the shower cream gel. Over $30. Like, you really can't go wrong. So if Shane's watching this and he's like, did she really go to Sephora and spend $30? Yes, I freaking did. Cry about it. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I sprayed the perfume and now it's in my mouth. I guess instant karma. So that's my mini shopping haul. And then Sweet Green. I got 2 salads, one for today and one for tomorrow. They changed their lids. I don't like it. They used to have like the biodegradable lids and now they have plastic. And to me that makes no sense. Makes literally no sense. I don't know why they did that. But behold, literally enough to feed like a family of 4, I feel like. And I got 2 of them. So I will be eating good. I'll be eating so good. I think I'm going to eat the not mixed one tonight. I'm so excited for this. This is turning out to be such a good day. I'm so glad you guys are with me for this because I'm actually having a good day. I was having a terrible night, but it turned out to be a good day. So there is hope in nursing school. You might have a day where you want to pull your hair out and then you gotta just pick yourself up and, you know, take yourself out on a little treat. You don't really have to spend money. I just like to, but I like to spend money. You don't have to though, but you know, anything from like going to Starbucks or sitting in a nice cafe or even just reading a book, you know, cracking a few jokes with your friends, going out and smelling the roses and not being so bogged down in books 24/7. You know what I mean? I don't know what clinical will bring for me tomorrow, but at least I know tonight it'll be good. You know what I mean? Like, I might want to pull my hair out tomorrow, who knows, but at least for the next few hours I'm good. You know, I had a really rough, it's been a rough week actually since Wednesday. I don't know if I told you guys this, but my uncle passed away like a week ago today, and that was rough. And you know, and then I got like a cold and then I had to call out of work, and it was just, I had a rough weekend. And then Monday happened. And then yesterday I was just kind of depressed, I guess, anxious. I don't know what you would call that. It was like anxiety paralysis. So it feels like depression because you don't want to do anything, but you're also like really anxious and that's why you're not doing anything. And then an all-nighter. And that was rough. But now I am good. I am all good. So we're going to go home. We're going to have my wonderful salad I'm so excited for. and we're gonna enjoy our night. Hello friends, happy clinical day. Wow, it's 6:13 and clinical starts at 8, and I want to leave the house at 7 because I'm not actually capable of leaving when I want to leave. I'll always leave like 15-ish minutes later, so like I'll tell myself, oh, I want to leave at 7 so I can be there at 7:30, and then I'll always end up somehow leaving at 7:15, and then I'll leave at 7:40. I'll be there at 7:45, and then I end up actually being on time instead of early. So I tell myself I'm gonna leave at 7:30 to be there at 8, and clinical starts at 8. I'm gonna be late, so I have to leave the house at 7. That's girl math. I literally slept next to my med-surg notes, like looking at it, because I want to be familiar with where stuff is. So if I need to be like, oh, what are the symptoms of anaphylaxis? I can just be like, boom, right there, you know. I'm so tired. It's like, that is funny. Like, I don't want to get out of bed, but I have to. You know that feeling? It's terrible. So I'm gonna wake up, slay the day. I can't film at the hospital for obvious reasons, but I will tell you exactly what I did, how the day went, interesting things that happened while preserving patient privacy, all those great things. So I will iron my scrubs and drink water. And I don't know what I'm doing for breakfast, but I definitely know that I need to have breakfast because we're literally going from 8 a.m. to 3 o'clock with only a half-hour break. Like before, last semester, we would go from like 8 to 11 and then like 12 to 1-ish. And most of the time we were like sitting because there was like a conference room for us to basically sit in our downtime, and we would study. But this semester, no studying, just being on the floor. And so I don't really know what I would do. I mean, I'm probably assuming that there's more downtime in this hospital than there actually is. So we'll just see, we'll see. Hey guys, so I am done with clinical. Let me just get that there. I spilled my coffee everywhere this morning and that really stinks, but it's okay. So finished, with clinical for today. It was a very good first clinical day. Comparatively, so much better. Not better, but I feel like different, better. I don't know what the word to describe it. I was able to use the experience that I had from my last clinical, and that's what I was trying to say. So like, I remember last semester, first day of clinical, I was like super nervous. I did not know what the heck I was doing when it was time to do a medical surgical history. I didn't know what to say. Like, I didn't know what to do for a health history. Like, it was just crazy. I didn't know what to do for assessment. Obviously, I didn't learn it yet. And then, trying to do it on my first patient was like really just scary, and I didn't know what to do. This patient, I really feel like I knew what I was doing, and I was able to look in the chart and everything. And this patient, it just went so much better. Like, I was able to just like get what I needed to know out of the patient. I felt like I was taking care of them. Like, they, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt good. I felt solid, So we started there. We did kind of pre-conference, basically just saying what we would do. Our instructor would give us a patient for the day. We're basically their nurse for the day, aside from things that are not in our scope of practice. But literally, like, anything they need, we're right there. Answering call bells, those sorts of things. I went in my patient's room, introduced myself, asked them what they wanted to be called, got a basic HPI. I did just a really brief 60-second assessment, went back into the hallway, and then this book literally saved my freaking life. This book right here, I'll be using this every single clinical. It is so helpful. I would add Moore's and breathing skills in here because it wasn't in there, and I was like, I forgot. And that's one thing that I would probably add to this. It might be in it, but maybe I just didn't see it. This thing is literally so helpful. Literally cannot stress it enough how helpful it is. It's literally insane. So did that, went back out, kind of regrouped. I was like, okay, so how am I going to do a focus assessment on this patient? Went in, did a focus assessment, watched the nurse do med pass. Then I was able to gather information about meds, and then did vitals. While I was doing vitals, I did just a few more things that I missed the first time from my assessment that I realized I missed. I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. Asked about social history, family history. Yeah, and it just felt solid. Helped the nurse out with one of her patients. Answered a few call bells, not a few, but like answered call bells, and then we went to lunch. And then after lunch I was looking in the chart mainly because I just couldn't get a computer, and my nurse was like really busy and I didn't want to bother her. And so one of the travel nurses was there, and so I just used, like, you know, she had me on her login and I was able to like look at everything, and it took a lot of time going through her chart and finding everything that I needed because they use Epic, and the last hospital I was at used Epic, so I was like really familiar with it. And then I was helping my other classmates find stuff in Epic, and that was pretty much my day. And then I went to say goodbye to my patient. My patient was not happy at the time that I was leaving, but I couldn't really do anything about it at that point because I was leaving. And yes, so now I go home, and then we have post-conference at 4:00 on Zoom. So yeah, that was my first clinical day of med-surg. I feel like it'll definitely be a good semester. It was definitely interesting being like on my own though, because last semester we were paired up and each of us were assigned to patients, but we went in the room together. So at least we had each other kind of as like an emotional crutch. We don't have that this semester. We're on our own. And you know, my instructor kind of just sat at the nurse's station, and she was there if we had any questions, but it's definitely interesting. Hey guys, so it is like almost 9 o'clock. As you can see, I'm not home. So I had my sorority meeting. It went well. I'm gonna be studying with Nikki. Late night studying because we're just crazy nursing students. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are going to a university library that's open 24 hours. I have my beverage. I think I do, at least. My beverage. Don't tell Shane. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He will kill me. I feel like I've said that a lot this week. So yeah, that I have my hydro flask because all my Stanleys are dirty, and we're just gonna be powering it out. I brought all my books. I'm gonna be helping Nikki learn blood pressure, a manual blood pressure. Throwback to last semester when I was stressed out over blood pressure. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Literally, like, wait, so we're in February now? Oh, today's February. Yeah, today is Thursday. So I learned blood pressure in September, and that was not that long ago. 5 months ago, I was stressing out over blood pressure, guys. And I imagine 5 months from now, well, next semester, I'll be stressing out over other things. And then I'll be looking back at this semester being like, wow, remember when I was stressing out over test 1 because I didn't have any time to study for it? Wow. And then I'll be a nurse, and then it'll be like, wow, remember when I was stressing out over nursing school? Wild. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to happen. It's just funny that it happens that way. But I'm planning on being out, like, late. Because my surgery's tomorrow, and I would like to actually get some reading, studying done. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of work backwards. My instructor gave us a blueprint for what's supposed to be on the test, but it's so vague it might as well just be everything. It was not helpful, like, at all. So I'm going to approach this like I had a patient with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, disease. So like I have a patient in pre-op, I have a patient in post-op, I have a patient who has pneumonia, I have a patient who has TB or asthma or COPD. How do I take care of them? What might they need? Like that's how I'm gonna probably approach studying. And so I'm basically gonna just fill out everything that has to do with that particular, what meds might they be on, and about the meds. That's how I'm gonna really approach studying for this, because the way I had to do it for fundamentals was, it was basically just like a giant concept, and these are kind of like mini concepts, I guess, but it's more so, how are you going to take care of a patient with pneumonia? Like, what do you need to know? What meds are they going to be on? What do you need to know about the meds? What do you need to teach them? You know, like, what are their signs and symptoms going to be? What are your interventions going to be? What do you not need to do? You know, like, that's how I'm going to approach studying, because I really feel like there can't be that many questions on it's a 50 question test, so like, it's probably going to be just the basics. It's not going to be like, what percentage of people in the United States has ever had pneumonia? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know. So I'm just waiting for Nikki to get here. She mobile ordered. Oh, I'm at Starbucks. I'm at Starbucks parking lot. She mobile ordered something, and so I'm just waiting for her to get here so we can go to the university, because I don't know that university like at all, but she does because she went there. So yeah, we'll go there, and I'll be back, and you might see me after my wisdom teeth surgery. You might not. I don't really know. Okay, so it's like 2 a.m. We thought the library was open 24 hours, but it's not. It was only open until 2. So it's a little bit after 2, and we are leaving the university. Oh, it's so cold. And it was like raining. And we literally had to like walk back to our cars in the rain, and I am now shivering. But I will see you when I get home. It's like morning. My surgery is in an hour, basically. Wait, what time is it? A little bit less than an hour. It's like 8:55. It's almost 9. It's at 9:45. Well, you know, the initial stuff. My appointment's at 9:45, but you know. I've been NPO since 2 a.m. They said 8 hours. I figure 15 minutes won't kill me, you know. So, and I'm very anxious. Like I was like, oh yeah, whatever. I think I did this. Maybe this is just how I process my emotions. So I did this with starting nursing school. I was totally fine for months, but had my wisdom teeth taken out. I was like, literally whatever, it's not a big deal. And then now I'm just like, what if like he messes up my jaw? What if I have chronic pain? Like, what if like my teeth underneath my gum line are like rotted and they have to be pulled out too, and then I have like no molars? Like, I'm like so scared. So I feel like everything's gonna be okay. And then like Shane last night was giving me a hard time because he was just like, you should reschedule so I can be there with you. And I'm like, just come, like, because he lives in Memphis and I live in New York, so like he would have, it's a lot, but I'm like, I don't want to reschedule. Okay, so I want to reschedule because my test is on Monday, but at the same time I don't, because I just want to get it over with, and I just want to not be anxious about this, just want to get it done. But imagine if like this is the thing that like messes up my average for med surg. I would cry if this surgery is the reason why I fail med surg. Say like I take the test and get like a 40. I'd be toast. Well, hopefully that won't happen. So we'll see how today goes. We'll see how test 1 goes. That's all I have to report. You might see me after surgery, you might not. I don't really know. We'll see. Because I'm going under general, and it's going to take me a little while to recover from that. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to study. Stay tuned.
Video.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline Manzo texted me.
I can't have that here.
I'm not going to pretend to know
I'm not really in pain. I feel
Do you know one
good.
thing
I
to
don't
be
feel
about?
laggy.
She has never had a
I'm about to be a
conversation
high in New Jersey. I keep using my pen light to look in there. See if I'm bleeding. I'm still bleeding. Like using this.
You have to be their boss, no? Caroline? What do you think? You look at the person.
You're not Carmine.
Oh yeah, that's steady. I think that was good.
A soprano.
I feel good. I don't feel terrible. I don't have swelling right now, but I will. So I'm using ice. See you later. Okay, so I'm filming this outro on Thursday night because I'm not sure if you're gonna see me after my wisdom teeth removal. But just in case you don't, this is the outro that I'm filming. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see my face again, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.